yet another time where we get to join Wangara the storyteller for story time. And yes, of course, it is an interesting story lined up for us.
Hello, Wangara the storyteller here. How are you? Well, do you know where I am? Of course you do. I am at the textbook center. And today we are going to read a book about one of my favorite animals. We're going to read a book that has an animal with a very long neck. What animal is this? It is a giraffe. I love giraffes. I think they are absolutely beautiful. And so when I saw this book on the shelf, I said I just had to read it for you. It is by a Kenyan author called Melissa Wakhu, and it's called Towering Twiga. Let's get reading. Nuru woke up very excited. He ate his breakfast as quickly as he could. Then he brushed his teeth and he got dressed. He was going to see giraffes for the very first time. He helped Mama pack snacks for the day. Then the whole family got into the car and Baba drove onto the big highway where there were so many cars. In traffic, Nuru saw all sorts of cars. What kind of vehicles do you think he saw? Well, he saw matatus, he saw buses, he saw trailers, he saw trucks, and he saw very many borders. There was a traffic policeman who was directing cars at the roundabout. He held up one hand for cars to stop and waved with his other hand for cars to go. Nuru wondered if the policeman's arms ever got tired. On the way, Nuru heard a loud siren. Whew, 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 whew. What do you think it was? The sound was coming from behind them. Baba drove the car to the side of the road and stopped. Other cars did the same, and this created room for the ambulance to zoom past. Whew, whew. Mama said the ambulance was taking a very sick person to the hospital, and the siren was to warn other drivers to make way for the emergency. They finally reached the zoo, and Nuru jumped up and down with joy as Baba paid the entry fee. Yay! I can't wait to meet the giraffes, Nuru said. Twiga. That is the Swahili name for a giraffe, Baba told Nuru. Mama carried the baby out of the car. She had fallen asleep during the drive. There were many giraffes all standing tall in the field, eating leaves from the top of the trees. Nuru had to lift his head to see the giraffes, and they in turn looked down to see Nuru. Baba, look! These giraffes are as tall as a tower, pointed Nuru. Yes, that's right, Baba replied. They are the world's tallest mammals, and a group of many giraffes is called a tower. Did you know that? I didn't. Oh wow! A tower of twigas, said Nuru as he smiled at Baba. The giraffes were beautiful. They had a brown coat with patterns that looked like somebody had drawn shapes on their bodies and colored them in. The guide explained that this type of giraffe is called Rothschild's giraffe. At the feeding station, an attendant gave Nuru some pellets to feed the giraffes. Nuru felt both scared and thrilled. He put some on his outstretched hand, and a baby giraffe licked it right off. It tickled, and its tongue was rough. He fed the baby giraffe many times. Finally, it was time to go back home. Nuru waved goodbye to the giraffes. He had fun, and it was really hard to leave. Baba promised that he would bring him back another day. Wow, what an interesting day Nuru must have had that day. You know what? You could ask your parent or your guardian to take you to the national park one of these days. And there you can see the giraffes, you can see the zebras, and so many other different animals. That was an amazing story, and I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Bye!